The story begins with Yi Wei Mian, a young girl who sleeps in after having a dreamy night about finding her perfect match. Wei Mian has been living alone ever since she lost her parents when she was little. Her twin sister, Yi Zhenghan, is in a coma after a car accident. Even though things have been tough, both sisters are very determined. Wei Mian wants to become famous in the fashion world, while Zhenghan dreams of studying finance and going abroad to a famous school. To help her sister's dream come true, Wei Mian decides to take Zhenghan's place at school, since Zhenghan needs perfect attendance for the student exchange program. In the first scene, Wei Mian hurries to get ready and rushes to the university where Zhenghan was planning her future. She hands in the application for the exchange program and feels relieved when she thinks she'll be accepted. Meanwhile, a group of excited girls see a car driving onto the campus and start following it. The car belongs to Yin Luo, the popular and handsome guy everyone admires. But when the door opens, it's not Yin Luo who steps out, but his best friend, Mu Zhe. Yin Luo doesn't want all the attention, so he sneaks in through the back entrance. Later, Yin Luo gets on an elevator. Just as the door is about to close, Wei Mian rushes toward it and shouts for him to hold the door. Yin Luo thinks she's just another fan and ignores her, letting the door close. Wei Mian stands outside, frustrated and muttering to herself. Meanwhile, Yin Luo is getting ready for a talk show and goes to the bathroom to change. But when he gets there, he finds it's under maintenance. Looking for another place to change, he spots a poster for the talk show he was in and decides to change behind it for some privacy. On the same floor, Wei Mian leaves the restroom and tries to find a place to turn in her form. She asks two students for help, but they ignore her and rush to take down the poster, not knowing Yin Luo is behind it. When the poster comes down, Yin Luo is left exposed and Wei Mian can't help but stare, surprised by what she sees. Next, Yin Luo heads to the talk show to get ready, but he finds out the main guest hasn't arrived yet. The director asks him to talk for a little while to fill the time. Meanwhile, Wei Mian goes back to the classroom where she handed in her application form. She soon finds out that the form has to be turned in by another student who is part of the talk show. Determined to submit it, she runs back to the program. There, she spots a student, but he doesn't pay attention to her, too focused on Yin Luo. As the show continues, Yin Luo realizes the crowd is too quiet, and he needs someone to join him on stage to make things more fun. But no one dares to go up. Just then, the student Wei Mian was looking for sees her and pushes her onto the stage. Yin Luo sees her there and starts asking her questions. Wei Mian answers confidently. While they talk, he notices a button on her shirt is loose and tries to fix it. But Wei Mian thinks he's being rude and slaps him in front of everyone. Turns out, a fan records the moment, and soon the video goes viral, making Yin Luo's fans angry. After the show, Wei Mian goes home and starts her part-time delivery job. She gets a last-minute order and rushes to deliver it. To her surprise, her customer is Yin Luo. As she hands him the package, she accidentally breaks a bracelet inside. Feeling bad, she offers to pay for it, but admits she doesn't have enough money right now. While they're talking, Yin Luo gets a call from his mom, who insists that he come to her birthday party and bring a girlfriend. Wei Mian overhears and suggests that she pretend to be his girlfriend to make his mom happy. In return, she promises to pay him back the money later. Yin Luo thinks about it and agrees. Later that night, they go to the party together, and everyone notices them. Yin Luo's cousin, Gu Si-wan, introduces Wei Mian to his mom, who is really happy to see her son with a girlfriend. But then, Si-wan pulls Yin Luo aside and scolds him for bringing a girl just because his mom pressured him. This makes Yin Luo angry, and he grabs Wei Mian's hand and pulls her away. Just then, Mu Zhe, Yin Luo's best friend, arrives and tells him they need to talk in private. They leave the party, and Si-wan sees her chance to talk to Wei Mian. She tries to get Wei Mian drunk to find out more about her fake relationship with Yin Luo. But Si-wan ends up drinking too much herself. Later, with Yin Luo's help, Wei Mian helps Si-wan back to her room. After taking care of her, Wei Mian gets mad at Yin Luo for leaving her at the party. They argue, and in the heat of the moment, they fall onto the sofa and end up in a hug. Just then, Yin Luo's mom walks in and sees them, thinking they are really together. The next day, Wei Mian goes to the hospital to thank her best friend, Luao, for taking care of her sister. While they talk, we learn that Wei Mian is going to college for finance in her sister's place. Zheng Han worked really hard to get into that school before her accident. Since Wei Mian is also studying fashion design, she has to go to 2 colleges at once. Later, she rushes to Zheng Han's dorm to start her classes for her sister. While she's there, Wei Mian looks at Zheng Han's phone and sees lots of messages from a boy named Jiu Yi. He thinks he's been texting Zheng Han, but Wei Mian is the one reading them. He's been asking her to meet him downstairs by the girls' dorm. When Wei Mian meets Jiu Yi, she gets nervous and tries to sneak away, but he spots her. She has to stop and talk to him for a little while before quickly leaving. Over the next few days, Jiu Yi follows her around, but she keeps ignoring him, even turning down his offer to walk her to class. On her first day at college, Wei Mian finds out she shares a class with both Jiu Yi and Siwon. The teacher assigns a project and puts students in pairs. Since Jiu Yi is really popular with the girls, the teacher lets him choose his partner, and he picks Wei Mian. She's surprised, but Jiu Yi chose her because he wants to avoid his female fans. Later at lunch, Wei Mian sees Jiu Yi again. He notices that she's trying to avoid him and wonders why she's acting distant. Feeling uncomfortable, Wei Mian quickly changes the subject and talks about their project instead. Meanwhile, Muze and Siwon are sitting nearby, watching them and guessing that Wei Mian must be dating Jiu Yi, even though they think she's with someone else. Later, when Wei Mian is alone, Jiu Yi comes up to her and looks upset. He asks why she's been hanging out with other guys when they're supposed to be together. Feeling a little stressed, Wei Mian finally tells him the truth that she's only pretending to be his girlfriend because she broke his bracelet. When Jiu Yi hears this, he decides they need to talk seriously. Then, they meet at a supermarket, where Jiu Yi sets a couple of rules that she can't hang out privately with people close to him, and she needs his permission before doing anything about their pretend relationship. Hearing that, Wei Mian agrees, but she has one condition: that he needs to change his wardrobe. She's tired of seeing him wear the same white t-shirt all the time. The next scene shows the two of them walking into a fancy store, where Jiu Yi tries on several outfits. When they pick out a t-shirt, Wei Mian is shocked by how expensive it is. Not wanting to spend that much, she drags him out of the store and takes him to a street vendor instead. There, they buy a couple of affordable t-shirts and then head to a photo booth to take pictures together. They have a lot of fun, and afterward, Wei Mian takes the bus back to her dorm while Jiu Yi drives home. When she gets there, she's surprised to see him waiting for her. Embarrassed, she drops the photos she's holding, and Jiu Yi quickly helps her pick them up. He says he was worried because he couldn't reach her. Wei Mian explains that her phone died and hurries inside. Later, Jiu Yi is at home, looking at the couple's t-shirts and smiling to himself. He's starting to like Wei Mian, and he's happy about the fun day they spent together. But soon, he feels sad when he realizes that she's been avoiding him. On his way home, he runs into 2 friends who suggest he be more open and tell Wei Mian how he feels. They tell him to confess like a real man. Jiu Yi thinks about their advice and decides to take action. The next morning, he waits for Wei Mian in front of her dorm. When she shows up, he gives her a gift and leaves without saying anything. Wei Mian doesn't think of it as a confession and just sends him a message to thank him for the gift. Later, Wei Mian talks to her best friend, Lu Yao, who asks if she likes Jiu Yi. Wei Mian quickly says no, explaining that she only agreed to pretend to be his girlfriend because of a promise, and his terms weren't that bad. Lu Yao, being realistic, warns her that she'll have to meet Jiu Yi's mother soon, who is super rich and powerful in the city. That evening, when Wei Mian returns to the dorm, she finds Jiu Yi waiting for her again. He reaches out his hand to her, but Wei Mian quickly pulls back, saying there's been a misunderstanding. Jiu Yi then reminds her of the gift he gave her earlier, and Wei Mian tells him that she thought it was just a friendly gift. He invites her to spend the weekend at an amusement park for his birthday, and even though she's unsure, she agrees because she doesn't want to disappoint him. At the park, they have lots of fun riding roller coasters. After some time, Wei Mian tries to sneak away, but just as she's about to leave, Jiu Yi accidentally splashes water on her. He helps her clean up, and in that moment, Wei Mian notices there's no scar on her knee. That makes Jiu Yi realize with surprise that she isn't his old friend Zheng Han, cause she's someone completely different. Wei Mian then takes him to the hospital where her sister is staying and tells him the truth. The scene shifts to a flashback. We see Zheng Han talking to Wei Mian on the phone, excited about an international student exchange program for a top Ivy League school. It was her dream to be part of it, and she was determined to apply. As she told Wei Mian about the opportunity, she crossed the street and was sadly hit by a car. When Wei Mian rushed to the scene, she found her sister lying still on the road. Zheng Han was saved, but fell into a coma because of serious head injuries. The doctor told Wei Mian it would take a while for her sister to wake up. At the same time, Zheng Han's phone received a message from the school asking for her to submit her application for the exchange program. Since the program required perfect attendance, and it was Zheng Han's dream, Wei Mian decided to temporarily take her place. To do this, she had to live two different lives by attending finance classes for her sister and studying fashion design for herself. After learning the truth, Jiuyi feels really sad but promises to stay by Zheng Han's side from now on. Meanwhile, the nurse tells Wei Mian about a new treatment for her sister that could help her, but it's very expensive. Wei Mian decides she will work extra hard to make enough money for the treatment. The next day, in class, Wei Mian tries to explain to Yin Luo what happened the day before. However, Yin Luo looks upset because she hasn't answered his calls. During their field practice, they are told to collect pollen separately, but they both end up noticing the same pretty flower. As they get closer, a bee flies by, and Yin Luo gets scared because he's afraid of bees. While trying to move away, he accidentally bumps into Wei Mian. The bump causes them to accidentally kiss. They are both shocked and don't know what to say. Unfortunately, two classmates who are nearby take a picture and post it online. The following day, when Wei Mian gets to school, her classmates give her strange looks. She realizes that everyone knows about the kiss, and she starts to worry about how it will affect her reputation. But Jiuyi seems happy, looking at the photo of the kiss with a gentle smile. Later, Wei Mian is confronted by her roommate, Mei Mei, who is best friends with Si-Wan, the girl who likes Yin Luo. Wei Mian explains that the kiss was an accident, but Mei Mei warns her to stay away from Yin Luo. Meanwhile, Yin Luo, thinking of ways to spend more time with Wei Mian, comes up with an idea. He offers her a job as his housemaid, with a monthly salary of $5,000 and the option to receive 3 months' salary up front. Wei Mian agrees because she needs the money to pay for her sister's medical bills, but she sets some rules. They must keep their pretend relationship a secret, and she insists that her private life is hers alone. Yin Luo agrees to everything. In the next scene, Wei Mian arrives at Yin Luo's house, dragging her suitcase. He lives alone and gives her a long list of rules to follow. The next morning, Wei Mian wakes up early to make a healthy breakfast for him. She's not sure what he likes, but makes sure there's enough food to please him. On the other hand, Mu Zhe, who has been trying to get Wei Mian's best friend, Lu Yao, to notice him, follows her to the swimming pool where she practices. He tries to get her attention by pretending to struggle with swimming and acting like he's drowning. Lu Yao sees him, quickly pulls him out of the water, and starts giving him CPR, including mouth-to-mouth. Just as Lu Yao kisses him to help him, Mu Zhe opens his eyes with a smirk, happy to have received a kiss. At night, Wei Mian gets a call from Jiuyi, who urgently asks her to come to the hospital. But he misunderstands and tells her that before they can go on a date, she must finish all of his house chores. Wei Mian can't tell him the truth, so she agrees. After finishing all the chores, she goes to the hospital to check on her sister's health. Meanwhile, Yin Luo tells her that rumors are spreading at school about her and him, and he's worried that people might figure out that she's pretending to be her twin sister, Zheng Han. Wei Mian reassures him, promising she will be more careful and keep things secret. Back at home, Yin Luo pretends to be sick and says he has a fever so that Wei Mian will take care of him. Being kind-hearted, she makes him some soup, but in her rush, she accidentally adds too much medicine, causing Yin Luo to get a nosebleed. Panicking, Wei Mian stuffs paper into his nose to stop the bleeding. The next morning, she wakes up early to make his favorite duck soup and asks if she can take on a part-time delivery job since she has no class. Yin Luo agrees, but only if he can go with her during her delivery rounds. Frustrated by his insistence, Wei Mian storms out, ignoring his protests. In her hurry, Wei Mian forgets her helmet at home and heads out without it. As she's riding her scooter, Yin Luo follows her in his car. But a traffic cop stops Wei Mian because she's not wearing her helmet, and her scooter gets impounded. With no other choice, Wei Mian gets in Yin Luo's car and asks him to help her deliver the food. While driving, they argue, and Yin Luo gets distracted. He doesn't see a pedestrian crossing the street and slams on the brakes. The sudden stop causes the milk tea they were delivering to spill. Later, they meet an angry customer, but Yin Luo comes up with a smart idea that he decides to make homemade milk tea as a replacement. The customer is happy and leaves a positive review after tasting his milk tea. Feeling relieved, Wei Mian and Yin Luo go to a nearby restaurant for lunch, where they share jokes and have a good time together. The next day, Yin Luo is out with Mu Zhe, who is buying a cake to impress Lu Yao. Mu Zhe suggests Yin Luo should also buy a dessert for Wei Mian because all women love sweet surprises. Following his friend's advice, Yin Luo picks out the nicest cake in the store. At home, he shares it with Wei Mian, who eagerly eats it. It's revealed that Wei Mian has never really celebrated her birthday before. She was always either working or on her way to work, so she couldn't afford to celebrate. As she enjoys the cake, she treats it as a belated birthday celebration and makes a quiet wish. Thankful for the sweet gesture, Wei Mian decides to make him a special piece of clothing as a thank you gift. She takes his measurements and asks Lu Yao for help designing it. At that time, Wei Mian and her best friend, Lu Yao, talk about the upcoming Challenge Cup, which is an IQ test. Both Wei Mian and Yin Luo are representing their department, but Lu Yao is worried because the challenge will be shown live on TV. She's afraid that if Wei Mian struggles with any questions, her secret might be exposed. Unlike Wei Mian, her sister Jinghan was a top student with straight A's. As Wei Mian heads back from Lu Yao's, she starts thinking of ways to avoid the Challenge Cup suddenly. An elderly woman appears in her way. To stop her from getting hurt, Wei Mian swerves her scooter and falls off. She only gets a few bruises, but she wonders if these injuries could be a good excuse to skip the competition. At the hospital, the nurse tells Wei Mian that there's nothing seriously wrong with her, just a few minor scratches. And Wei Mian, feeling desperate, asks for a splint, but the nurse says no. With no other choice, Wei Mian goes to the drugstore to buy bandages and asks Yin Luo to help her wrap them. The next day at school, she pretends her arm is really hurt and tells the teacher she can't participate in the Challenge Cup after checking her arm. The teacher agrees, but Mei, who can be a bit of a bully, scolds her for being careless. With the competition so close and their department having one every year, Mei tells her to be more prepared. And Siwan, who isn't so nice, talks to the teacher too. She tells him that the promotional materials for the competition are already finished, and it's too late to change anything. Just as things start to get tense, Yin Luo arrives and defends Wei Mian. He tells the teacher that he will be the only one representing their department and promises to win the trophy. The Challenge Cup starts, and the competition gets really exciting as everyone shows off their smarts. Yin Luo makes it to the finals, where he competes against a very smart student from the mechanical department. Against all odds, Yin Luo wins by answering the last question correctly, and their department celebrates with a big party that night. One day, Mei sees Wei Mian going into her home and secretly takes a few photos. At school, Mei confronts Wei Mian, accusing her of getting too close to Yin Luo. Wei Mian tries to explain, but Mei gets even angrier. During their argument, they accidentally knock over a flower pot and it falls to the ground. Because of this, both girls are called to the teacher's office, where they get in trouble. The teacher says that if the flower pot had hit someone, it could have caused a serious injury. As punishment, the teacher decides to cancel Wei Mian's application for the student exchange program, which is something she had worked really hard for. Later, Wei Mian goes home, feeling sad. She realizes that her relationship with Yin Luo is causing all the problems at school. Deciding she can't keep going with their fake relationship, she decides to end things and go back to her old life. With a heavy heart, she starts packing her things. Yin Luo tries to stop her, but it's too late. Over the next few days, he follows her, hoping she'll change her mind, but Wei Mian ignores him. Even when he shows up at her workplace, she acts like she doesn't care, but deep down, she feels hurt too. Frustrated and upset, Yin Luo finally drags her into his car, even though she protests. He takes her to a quiet park, where he confesses his feelings for her, holding a bouquet of flowers. Just as it seems like the perfect moment, Wei Mion's phone rings, interrupting their talk. She learns that she needs to rush to the hospital, so she leaves quickly, just as the fireworks Yin Luo planned for her explode in the sky. Moved by the sight, Wei Mion looks back, tears in her eyes, and sees Yin Luo standing there, his back turned in sadness. She understands how he feels and realizes she likes him too, but she's scared that if she confesses, her secret will be revealed. At the hospital, Wei Mion gets good news from the doctor. Zheng Han has shown some improvement. She's even moved her fingers, which means she might soon wake up from her coma. Yin Luo, who has been helping to care for Zheng Han, is so happy to hear the news. Together, they hold on to hope that things are finally starting to get better. The next day in class, the teacher announces that the school's cultural wall needs repainting. Yin Luo used to take charge of this kind of task, but now he's busy with the student elections. The teacher encourages the students to volunteer for the painting project, but no one seems interested. Seeing that no one else is stepping up, Wei Mion stands up and volunteers to take on the job for Yin Luo. The scene shifts to Wei Mion, who is showing her artistic skills by painting the school's cultural wall. She creates a beautiful painting and covers it with varnish to protect it. Just as she's finishing, it starts to rain heavily, and Wei Mion gets worried, watching the rain wash away her hard work. In a panic, she tries to save the painting, but slips in the water. Luckily, Yin Luo arrives just in time to catch her and stop her from falling. However, Wei Mion faints and is rushed to the hospital. When she wakes up, she finds Yin Luo by her side, reassuring her that he took care of everything back at school. When Wei Mion returns to school, she's amazed to see that her painting is still perfectly intact, all thanks to Yin Luo's help. Meanwhile, Wei Mion's best friend Lu Yao and Mu Zhe come up with a plan to bring Wei Mion and Yin Luo together. They gather their friends and lead them to a romantic flower park. The plan works, and there, Wei Mion and Yin Luo finally talk about their feelings. Wei Mion admits she does like him, but she's been keeping her distance for personal reasons. Yin Luo listens carefully and promises to stay by her side forever. Then, he surprises her by giving her a bouquet of flowers and asking her to be his girlfriend. This time, Wei Mion happily says yes, and they share a sweet hug. In the next scene, Wei Mion has to give an English speech for a project, but she struggles because she's not very good at English. Worried that she might make a mistake and embarrass herself, she remembers how good her sister, Zheng Han, was at English. Feeling panicked, she excuses herself from the broadcast and goes to the restroom to calm down. While there, she starts to worry that her secret might be exposed. But just then, Zheng Han, who has woken up from her coma, comes to help. The sisters quickly switch places in the bathroom, with Zheng Han taking over Wei Mion's role. At that time, Zheng Han does an amazing job during the live broadcast, and Yin Luo is impressed. Afterward, he tries to talk to her, still thinking she's Wei Mion, but Zheng Han cleverly changes the topic by saying she'll bake him some biscuits later. Curious, Yin Luo takes her to the supermarket to buy ingredients. While there, he secretly asks her to switch back with Wei Mion. After a few tries, the sisters successfully swap places again. Wei Mion returns to living as Zheng Han, and now that they are officially a couple, she moves back into Yin Luo's house. The next day, Wei Mion talks to her best friend, Lu Yao, and asks what she would do if she found out that her boyfriend's name and identity were all lies. Lu Yao quickly figures out that Wei Mion is talking about herself and tries to comfort her. With Zheng Han's health getting better, she's going back to college the next day. Everyone, including Yin Luo, believes that Wei Mion is his girlfriend. Sensing that things are getting tricky, Yin Luo suggests that Wei Mion should tell him the truth before things get even more complicated. Taking her friend's advice, Wei Mion plans a romantic evening at home, hoping to finally tell Yin Luo what's been going on. Just when she's about to confess, Yin Luo's mom walks in. Excited to see the couple together, she asks when they'll announce their engagement. This makes Wei Mion nervous, and she quickly says that they haven't had enough time to really get to know each other yet. The next day is Zheng Han's first day back at college, and Yin Luo notices that she, who he thinks is Wei Mion, no longer sits next to him. He quickly texts her, asking her to sit beside him. To keep up the act, Zheng Han feels like she has to agree. After class, she leaves alone, which makes other students think there's some tension between her and Yin Luo. Yin Luo, worried, rushes to ask her why she's acting so differently today. He finds her in the library with Jiu Yi. At that moment, Wei Mian calls him, pretending to be Zheng Han. This makes Yin Luo even more confused since Zheng Han is right in front of him. Realizing something's wrong, he tells Wei Mian to come home. After hanging up, he turns to Zheng Han and says he's taking her somewhere. She's surprised, but she goes with him. When they get to his house, Wei Mian steps out from behind the door. Now that Yin Luo has seen both sisters, he demands an explanation. Feeling guilty, Wei Mian admits the truth about pretending to be Zheng Han and explains why she did it. She tells him she didn't want to lie to him, but she felt like she had no choice. Yin Luo is upset and scolds her for keeping such a big secret. Meanwhile, Zheng Han, feeling responsible for the tension, quietly steps aside to let them talk. Inside the house, Wei Mian tries to calm Yin Luo down. She sincerely apologizes, telling him that even though she lied about her identity, her feelings for him are real. She admits that she was too scared of losing him to tell him the truth sooner. Moved by her honesty, Yin Luo forgives her and suggests new rules for their relationship, which Wei Mian happily agrees to. They both feel better and make up their bond stronger than before. The next day, Yin Luo posts on the school forum that he and Zheng Han have broken up. In a flashback, we see that he and Wei Mian decided to keep their relationship a secret. This way, Zheng Han could focus on her career without all the rumors and gossip. Meanwhile, Wei Mian is out handing out flyers for her part-time job when, out of nowhere, a car pulls up and kidnaps her. Luckily, Lu Yao sees what's happening and quickly calls Yin Luo, telling him about the kidnapping and giving him the car's license plate number. Yin Luo starts to put everything together and realizes who the kidnapper is. It turns out Muze is the one who took Wei Mian. He's upset because he just found out about the breakup from the forum and wants them to get back together. Muze doesn't know about Wei Mian's secret relationship with Yin Luo, so he's acting out of concern for them. He takes Wei Mian to a coffee shop and asks Yin Luo to come. When Yin Luo arrives, he explains everything to Muze, who finally understands the full situation. Meanwhile, Wei Mian is getting coffee when a young man accidentally bumps into her. They stop and stare at each other, both shocked by the encounter. The young man is revealed to be Si Chun, Wei Mian's childhood friend, who used to be by her side. They're both surprised and start talking about the old times. Yin Luo asks who the boy is, and Wei Mian explains that Si Chun was her best friend until he left to study art in another country. We learn that Si Chun is now a famous artist holding art exhibitions. His manager has been trying to get him to be a judge for a fashion design competition, which could make him even more famous, but Si Chun hasn't agreed yet. Just when his manager is about to give up, a photo of Wei Mian, who's in the competition, gets published and Si Chun finally agrees to be a judge. The next day, Si Chun visits Wei Mian at school to catch up on what's been going on since he left. He tells her he's now a successful artist because of his hard work. The two of them spend time together, even buying sugar paintings. On their way to school, Muze sees them and notices how close they are. Feeling suspicious, he takes some photos and later shows them to Yin Luo. This makes Yin Luo really angry, and he decides to take control of the situation himself. That evening, Yin Luo invites Wei Mian to meet him at the night market. They have fun playing games, but suddenly, he asks what she did during the day. Wei Mian, being honest, tells him she spent the day with Si Chun and even talks about how great he is. This makes Yin Luo upset, and without saying anything, he storms off. Wei Mian quickly follows him, teasing him playfully and telling him not to be jealous because he's the only guy she really cares about. One day, Yin Luo decides to surprise Wei Mian with a special gift to make their relationship more exciting. However, he has trouble choosing the right present. While shopping, a store worker suggests he make a custom bracelet. Inspired by the idea, Yin Luo spends a whole day carefully making a bracelet for her. Later, he sets up a romantic atmosphere at his house, decorating with flowers and balloons, and waits excitedly for her to arrive. Just then, his phone rings, and it's Si Wan, who has a crush on Yin Luo. She pretends to be drunk at a bar, saying a man is bothering her. Worried about her, Yin Luo rushes to the bar to help. But Siwon keeps up the act, saying she needs to go to his house to change clothes because she can't go home like this. Reluctantly, Yin Luo agrees and brings her to his place. She changes into one of Wei Mion's cute t-shirts that he had received as a gift. Just as she's about to leave, Wei Mion shows up and sees Siwon wearing the t-shirt. Feeling upset, Wei Mion storms out without saying a word. Yin Luo tries to follow her, but Siwon stops him. He calls Wei Mion many times, but she doesn't answer. The next day, Sichun visits Wei Mion and sees that she's feeling down. He suggests they go out and have some fun to cheer her up. They spend the day playing games, and Wei Mion starts to feel better. They plan a trip to visit the countryside where they both grew up. The next day, Wei Mion goes back to Yin Luo's house to pack for the trip. He asks where she's going, but she doesn't answer. Just then, Sichun arrives in his red car and drives her away. Without wasting any time, Yin Luo jumps into his car and follows them. The next scene shows Wei Mion and Sichun arriving at her grandmother's house. They happily greet the elderly woman and talk about their childhood memories. Just then, Yin Luo shows up and casually introduces himself as Wei Mion's boyfriend to her grandmother. Wei Mion and her grandmother go to the farm to pick peaches, while Sichun and Yin Luo have a little competition to see who can do farm work better. Sichun jokes around, calling Yin Luo a pampered rich kid who's never worked a day on the farm. He keeps teasing Yin Luo in front of the grandmother, but Yin Luo doesn't know how to respond. Since Grandma had only prepared for Wei Mion's visit, she had only cleaned up her room, leaving the boys no choice but to share a bed. This makes things even more awkward as they both fight over the one quilt. The next morning, the trio goes back to the farm to gather potatoes, but when they return, Yin Luo is nowhere to be found. Wei Mion looks for him in the rain, but he's still missing when she comes back. After a while, she finds a bracelet that Yin Luo had lost while searching for it in the fields. Eventually, they meet up, and Yin Luo explains that the bracelet is a gift he made for her, specially designed just for her. Meanwhile, Sichun, wondering where they've been, finds them and sees that they've worked through their differences. He quietly leaves, feeling disappointed. It becomes clear that Sichun has liked Wei Mion for a long time, even since they were kids. The next day, Wei Mion and Yin Luo say goodbye to Grandma and head back to town. Later, Wei Mion visits Lu Yao to share everything about the trip. And Lu Yao, sensing that things might get complicated, advises her to prepare for the upcoming fashion design competition. On the big day of the competition, Wei Mion is backstage getting ready, and Lu Yao comes to wish her good luck. There, someone quietly takes photos of them. Moments later, Yin Luo arrives after and gives Wei Mion a hug, showing everyone that she's his. As the competition starts, the participants present their designs. And Sichun, one of the judges, announces the results, and the winner is revealed to be Wei Mion. However, some of the other contestants are upset. One of them pulls out a photo of Wei Mion and Sichun together and questions their relationship, suggesting that Sichun might have helped her win the competition. The rumors spread quickly to the audience, and Sichun announces that Wei Mion will face another challenge. If the judges like her new design, she will officially be the winner. Wei Mion agrees to the challenge, and the crowd believes it's a fair test. She's given a new theme for her design and only a little time to finish it. Using her talent and creativity, Wei Mion designs a beautiful blue dress that perfectly matches the theme. The design is inspired by the bracelet Yin Luo gave her earlier. The judges are very impressed, and they all agree that she deserves to win. When they announce the decision, the crowd claps and cheers for her. Afterward, Wei Mion, Yin Luo, and Sichun go out to celebrate her victory. During the celebration, Sichun drinks too much and has trouble walking, so the others help him. When they get to Yin Luo's house, Sichun makes things harder by refusing to change clothes and insisting on sleeping on the sofa. The next morning, everyone is surprised to find Sichun asleep in Yin Luo's bed. He apologizes for causing trouble, but Yin Luo, annoyed, tells him to leave. Later at school, there's news that the student union is holding new elections, and as usual, Yin Luo is running for president. Meanwhile, Mei Mei watches the video of Wei Mian winning the fashion show and starts to get confused. She and her classmates always thought Wei Mian was Zheng Han, since they look so much alike. This makes them wonder if they are the same person, but they don't know that Wei Mian has a twin sister. In PE class, Yin Luo has a fencing match against Hong Yu from the mechanical engineering department. Hong Yu loses the first match, but vows to stop Yin Luo from winning the election. In the final round, Yin Luo wins again, but Hong Yu pretends to be seriously injured. Even though the injury was not on purpose, Yin Luo feels bad about it. Later, Wei Mian sits on a swing, watching the video of the fencing match and thinking about what happened. Sichen joins her and tells her that she's studied fencing for 2 years, so she knows a lot about it. Fencing uses a lot of protective gear to keep players safe, so it's hard to get hurt seriously. After watching the video, Sichen quickly figures out that Hong Yu faked his injury and blamed Yin Luo for something that wasn't his fault. Meanwhile, Mu Zhe spots Hong Yu playing football, even though he had claimed to be injured. Feeling suspicious, Mu Zhe decides to keep an eye on him. Soon, he confirms that Hong Yu had been lying about his injury. Wei Mian and Mu Zhe team up to gather proof of Hong Yu's deception so they can show the whole school. With the help of Lu Yao, they follow Hong Yu to a bar where he's drinking with his friends. Mu Zhe pretends to be blind and messes with Hong Yu by kicking away his crutches and spilling wine on him to make him angry. While this is happening, Wei Mian and Yin Luo stay hidden behind a sofa, taking pictures for evidence. As Mu Zhe keeps teasing Hong Yu forgets about his injury and, to everyone's surprise, stands up and chases Mu Zhe. Seizing the chance, Wei Mian and Lu Yao quickly snap the photos they need. Later, Wei Mian is excited to share the news with Yin Luo. She suggests posting the video online, but Yin Luo stops her. He doesn't want to ruin Hong Yu's reputation or make him a target for bullying. Wei Mian feels that Hong Yu should be taught a lesson, so she arranges to meet him at a cafe. When Hong Yu arrives, she shows him the video and warns him that she'll post it online if he ever tries to lie again. With no choice, Hong Yu agrees to keep quiet. The next day, as part of the election campaign, Wei Mian and her friends make custom short-sleeve shirts to sell for charity. The money raised will help underprivileged students at the school. Si Chun, excited to help, creates a special edition t-shirt and signs each one. The team wears the shirts, and thanks to Si Chen's popularity with the girls, their sales soar. Things start to look even better when Yin Luo wins the election and is re-elected as the student union president. That evening, Wei Mian waits for him at home and greets him with fireworks and a cake to celebrate his victory. In return, Yin Luo gives her a wonderful gift, a clothing store, helping her fulfill her dream of starting her own clothing brand. Overjoyed, Wei Mian thanks him for his kindness and promises to work hard to make her dream come true. One day, while working, Wei Mian starts feeling sick because she hasn't been eating well. When Yin Luo finds out, he takes her home and takes care of her. The next day, Wei Mian goes to the fridge to look for some ice cream. At the same time, Yin Luo comes back with some clove tea to help her feel better. She quickly hides the ice cream in the fridge, pretending everything is okay, and sits down on the sofa. But by now, Yin Luo knows exactly what she's doing. She's about to break her diet again. Then, he gently scolds her for trying to eat junk food and tells her not to do it again. Shortly after, he heats up the clove tea to soothe her stomach. At that time, Wei Mian watches him and can't help but call him the perfect boyfriend cause he's kind, caring, and good at everything. She wonders out loud how anyone could control such a perfect boyfriend. Yin Luo looks at her and says that the only person who could control him is her. Next, Wei Mian visits the store where she plans to open her clothing business, with Lu Yao by her side. The store is in a great spot on Commercial Street, with a big, bright storefront. Shortly after, Wei Mian talks to the manager and begins the paperwork to officially take over the store. At the same time, she gets a call from Si Chun, who invites her to his graduation exhibition. She agrees to go and says she'll bring Yin Luo, which makes Si Chun feel a little sad. After hanging up, Si Chun gets some good news from his manager that he's been accepted into his dream graduate program at the Royal Art School. After the exhibition, he'll finish his graduation paperwork and be able to start at the school. But Si-chin seems unsure about leaving soon because he wants to spend more time with Wei Mian. That evening, when Yin Luo comes home, Wei Mian excitedly tells him about the store's great location and the progress she's made with the paperwork. Meanwhile, Mu Zhe is still trying to win Lu Yao's heart. After a lot of effort, Lu Yao finally gives him 3 conditions if he wants to date her. First, he must ask for her opinion before making decisions. Second, he must avoid making silly choices. And third, if he breaks these rules, she won't talk to him anymore. Mu Zhe promises to follow her rules and keeps working hard to win her over. The next day, Wei Mian and Yin Luo go to Si-chin's graduation exhibition. As they walk through the exhibit, Wei Mian notices that the whole display is about her and Si-chin's childhood memories. Each painting shows happy moments they shared in the countryside. As she keeps going, she sees a beautiful painting of herself, made by Si-chin during their visit to their grandmother's house. Suddenly, the lights go dim, and colorful reflections light up the room. There, Wei Mian stands in the spotlight, and Si-chin steps out from the shadows holding a bouquet of flowers. He tells her that he has liked her since they were little. Even though he kind of knows what her answer will be, he just wanted to tell her how much she means to him. And Wei Mian, feeling emotional, says that she has always thought of him like a brother and loves him like family. Just then, Yin Luo sees them together and pulls Wei Mian away. Si-chin is left standing alone, looking at his paintings, feeling sad as he remembers their childhood. After a moment of thinking, he realizes it's time to let go of his feelings for Wei Mian. He understands that her happiness is the most important thing, even if that means stepping back. The following day, Yin Luo overhears his classmates talking about Si-chin's exhibition and his unrequited love. He checks his phone and finds a post on the school forum about it. Angrily, Yin Luo tracks down the person who posted it and makes them delete it. Meanwhile, Mei Mei shows the post to Si-wan, and they both wonder why it was taken down so quickly. Curious, Mei Mei looks into Zheng Han's background and discovers that she goes to regular checkups, but no one knows why. Mei Mei then figures out that Wei Mian and Zheng Han are twin sisters. One day, Yin Luo's mom visits Wei Mian's store to congratulate her on the grand opening. She teases Yin Luo for being such a caring boyfriend, always looking out for Wei Mian. Yin Luo offers to invest in Wei Mian's clothing store, knowing how smart she is and how important it is to support college students who want to start their own businesses. To make his mom happy, Wei Mian agrees to give her 30% of the profits, promising she'll do her best. That evening, Yin Luo comes home and looks everywhere for Wei Mian, but she's not there. He finds out from Lu Yao that Wei Mian is in her studio, trying hard to find inspiration for her next clothing design. Yin Luo goes to the studio, knocks on the door, and leaves a cup of milk tea outside. When Wei Mian opens the door, she sees the tea on the ground, but no one is around. There's a note attached to the cup that says, "Inspiration comes from unexpected moments. The stars are shining brightly tonight, so come up to the rooftop and see for yourself." Curious, she heads upstairs and finds Yin Luo waiting for her with food. He gives her the meal and tells her not to work too hard. He reminds her that inspiration can come from simple things in life, and designers show their surroundings in special ways to share with others. Meanwhile, Mei Mei sneaks into Zheng Han's room and starts looking through her things. Just as Zheng Han walks in, Mei Mei quickly lies, saying she's looking for scissors. Zheng Han believes her and leaves to study, handing Mei Mei her library card. Once Zheng Han is gone, Mei Mei goes through the drawer and finds a medical record from the hospital. She takes a photo of it and leaves quietly. The next day is the grand opening of Wei Mian's fashion clothing store. She offers a 20% discount and has a catchy slogan, which brings in a lot of customers. Meanwhile, Mei Mei tells Yin Luo that Zheng Han has been in a coma and was in the hospital from the start of the school year until last month. She also tells him that Wei Mian has been attending classes for her. With this new information, Mei Mei and Si-wan talk about how to deal with Wei Mian. Si-wan comes up with a sneaky plan. Since it's Club Activity Month, she decides to organize a program featuring top presenters from all departments, where they will share their learning experiences. The following day, Wei Mian, Yin Luo, Mu Zhe, and Lu Yao go on a double date to celebrate the store's opening. They take a train ride to a beautiful picnic spot where Mu Zhe has set up a lovely scene. Yen Luo even gets on a white horse and invites Wei Mian to join him. Since she doesn't know how to ride, Yen Luo helps her get on, and they enjoy a romantic ride together. After the outing, Wei Mian gets the list of participants for the upcoming CS program. To her surprise, both she and Zheng Han are invited to present. This creates a problem, cause if anyone sees them together, their secret as twins might be revealed and rumors could spread. Since Yen Luo is busy with his thesis, Wei Mian decides to take care of it herself. She asks Lu Yao to help her disguise herself so no one will recognize that she is Zheng Han's twin sister. On the day of the program, Yen Luo finds out about Siwan's plan, so he decides to step in and change the list of participants. He arranges for Lisa, a student from the fashion design department, to take Wei Mian's place. This way, the twins won't have to appear on stage together. But his decision breaks the school rules, putting Yen Luo's future at risk. Meanwhile, Siwan confronts Wei Mian and reveals her secret. She hands over 2 letters, one explaining how Wei Mian and her sister tricked the school, and the other showing Yen Luo's recent actions that could hurt his reputation. At that time, Siwan gives Wei Mian a choice whether to decide now, or she will expose both letters. And Wei Mian, tired of Siwan's manipulation, begs her to stop. Just then, Yen Luo arrives and helps her make a choice. He makes Wei Mian choose between protecting herself and her sister or risking everything. There, Siwan mocks him, asking if it's worth losing his reputation for someone like Wei Mian. She says that even though she seems like the bad person, everything she's doing is because she loves him. Yen Luo tells her that hurting Wei Mian would hurt him too. This really affects Siwan, and with tears in her eyes, she runs away, saying she'll never cause trouble for them again. After she leaves, Mei Mei, hiding behind a tree, secretly records a video of Yen Luo and Wei Mian talking about how they will reveal Zheng Han's true story to the school. Later, Yen Luo takes Wei Mian to his house during the live broadcast, and they manage to keep their secret safe for now. At his house, he shows her a collection of his personal artwork. Wei Mian is so happy because it's full of the kind of art she loves, and it's the kind of art she dreams of. Meanwhile, back at school, Zheng Han decides to give up her spot as an exchange student. She does this so her sister won't have to work so hard to make her own dreams come true. With things finally looking up for Wei Mian, she doesn't want to be a burden on her sister anymore. Yen Luo supports her through everything, telling her that she can follow her heart, and he'll be there for her no matter what. Wei Mian realizes it's time to tell the truth, so she goes to her teacher to confess who she really is. Just as she's about to explain everything, both she and the teacher are suddenly called to the principal's office. Meanwhile, Si Chun is preparing to leave the city for more studies and plans to meet with Wei Mian one last time before he goes. In the next scene, the school administration gets an anonymous tip, along with a USB drive that has a video of Wei Mian and Yen Luo talking about her secret identity. To make things worse, the principal already knows about the twin sisters' trick and their identity swap. Soon, Wei Mian and Zheng Han are called to the principal's office and are scolded for what they did. Wei Mian wants to take all the blame, but Zheng Han says she should share the responsibility. The principal tells them that an investigation will be done to find out who is responsible and warns that no one will be excused for breaking the rules. Just then, Yen Luo rushes into the office, ready to admit his part in the situation. But the principal scolds him for breaking the rules too. Feeling guilty about everything going wrong because of her, Wei Mian decides to suggest breaking up with Yen Luo so he can focus on his future. But Yen Luo refuses to accept this. Wei Mian then decides to walk away from him. Later, she goes on the school's broadcast and tells everyone the truth. She explains her mistakes and reveals her secret to the whole school. The students understand why she did it, and they realize she was just trying to help her sister. Even the principal starts to understand. Afterward, Wei Mian is packing her things, getting ready to leave the school. Just then, Yen Luo comes and begs her to stay. With tears in her eyes, Wei Mian tells him that it's better for them to part ways. Meanwhile, Lu Yao and Mu Zhe are waiting for Wei Mian at an intersection. Lu Yao asks if she's leaving the shop behind, and Wei Mian says that Mu Zhe will take care of it. Lu Yao encourages her to follow her dreams and career. The next day, After a lot of pleading from Wei Mian's friends and family, the school board makes a decision. Luckily, Zhenghan can still study and keeps her place in the exchange program. The school decides to be fair and gives Wei Mian a few days of suspension, but after that, she can return to class. Wei Mian is so happy and decides to stay at the school. She goes to apologize to Yin Luo and hopes to make things right between them. In the next scene, Wei Mian arrives at the house, but Mu Zhe tells her that Yin Luo isn't home. It's clear that Yin Luo is feeling really sad because he's hurt that she decided to break up without thinking about how he would feel. The next day, Wei Mian goes to school looking for Yin Luo. She's lucky to spot him outside. She walks up to him, thanks him for everything, and gives him a big hug from behind. But Yin Luo, still feeling hurt, tells her that if their love was real, she wouldn't have let him go so easily. His words make her feel really sad, and he walks away, leaving her alone. Determined to show him how much she cares, Wei Mian plans a beautiful fireworks display to confess her feelings. But sadly, Yin Luo doesn't show up. The next day, Sichin asks to meet Wei Mian for one last time. They sit together at a cafe, and he tells her that he's leaving for graduate school that evening. He wishes her the best and hopes she has a bright future. She promises that one day, they'll meet again in a world-class art museum. Meanwhile, Mu Zhe tricks Yin Luo into going to the same place where he and Wei Mian shared their first kiss. When Yin Luo gets there, he's surprised to see that Wei Mian has created a beautiful setup, showing off designs that represent the special memories they shared. As he looks at everything, he remembers all the good times they had. Finally, Wei Mian appears and apologizes for not thinking carefully. She tells him that she loves him, and Yin Luo, touched by her honesty, forgives her. They share a sweet kiss, fixing their relationship. In the final scene, other couples like Mu Zhe and Lu Yao, and Zhenghan and Yin Luo, who helped Wei Mian with her plan, come out from behind the scenes. Together, they all celebrate their love, and the story ends with everyone feeling happy and hopeful. The moral lesson from this series is if you try to swap lives with your twin to fix their problems, you'll probably end up slapping cute guys, breaking stuff, and pretending to be a girlfriend just to avoid getting caught. So, don't lie. Unless you're pretending to be a potato, then it's totally fine.